right? Everything should be order and we should be good. What's going on, guys? How's it going?
What's up?
Back for another Tuesday of videos and good times with Vin and KD.
Let's go. Let's get into it.
The weather's been unforgiving lately. I will say.
We're kind of mad at it.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely feeling the sniffles right now, but hopefully that'll go away soon. Gonna go get some NyQuil or something. But today we're gonna be learning about dangerous jobs, and first we have underwater welding. So.
Underwater welding. It's one of the most essential jobs on the planet.
It's so,
When an
so
oil
calming.
platform, underwater pipeline, dam, or even ship needs repair, a select group of men and women are called on for this special task. It can be an incredibly dangerous line of work. So what does a day in the life of an underwater welder look like? Well, it depends on where the job is. Underwater welders who work inland start their day pretty much the same as any other person. They get up, get ready, then head off to their workplace, which could be at a lake, river, or dam. Common tasks here include salvage, rescue, as well as the maintenance and repair of facilities such as docks. Once they've rendered their 8 hours at work, they're free to go home. But for any underwater welder working offshore, it's a very different story. They may spend months at a time deployed at sea to oil platforms or large marine vessels. Due to the essential nature of their work, they often work grueling hours too. Offshore underwater welders might work an 80-hour work week, but exhaustion is often the least of their concerns. Once underwater welders descend into their work sites, which can go as low as 1,300 feet, they risk never making it back to the surface. Risks commonly associated with diving, such as decompression sickness, hypothermia, or drowning, aren't even the most dangerous parts of the job.
What? How?
Yes, drowning. No matter how much training or experience an underwater welder has, the risk of drowning is always going to be lurking around the corner. This is due to delta P, or differential pressure hazards. That's when two bodies of water of differing water levels intersect and create a massive pressure difference, generating huge amounts of force, up to hundreds of pounds of pressure per square inch. If the connection between the high pressure and low pressure bodies of water is small, the diver can get trapped in the bottleneck of the flow and drown.
Oh, that would be terrifying.
Welding at temperatures of 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit and above causes the hydrogen and oxygen in the water molecules to separate. If the proportion of hydrogen to oxygen reaches a certain level, it can lead to an explosion. Even minor explosions have enough force to result in fatalities due to the water density and the danger of shock waves. Underwater welders also face the risk of electrocution, so they've developed a dry welding method to mitigate that risk, as well as perform higher quality jobs. In dry hyperbaric welding, the weld is performed at raised pressure in a chamber filled with a gas mixture and sealed around the structure. These purpose-built chambers allow welders to work underwater in a safe, dry environment. A system of fans continually exhausts and brings air into these chambers, along with a gas, such as a mixture of helium and oxygen. This mixture allows the interior of each hyperbaric chamber to maintain relatively high air pressure, which helps prevent welders from getting decompression sickness while on the job. But hyperbaric chambers take time to set up, can be quite expensive, and aren't generally reusable. This means that when urgent emergency repairs are needed, underwater welders have to resort to what's known as wet welding. In underwater wet welding, the cables are double insulated and only direct current is used as a power source. Waterproof electrodes have a thick material called flux on their outsides. As the electrode burns, chemical changes produce a gas bubble around the arc which protects the weld.
I'd be more afraid of seeing a shark or some shit. I'd be like, if he got near me, I'd be
As the diver moves along the seam, they leave behind a metal liquid called slag. It covers the top of the seam so that the weld has time to cool properly. Underwater welding requires not only a high level of skill, but nerves of steel. Until robots are able to perform tasks with the same amount of precision as people on the job, underwater welders will continue to play a crucial role in maintaining the world we live in today.
I like water language. Like,
I'd be always scared of drowning.
water. Like to feel like your body just kind of like floating, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I bet that would help my back.
Yeah, that's probably what they're gonna tell you to do swimming. Cause somebody that I know, they messed up their back, and then they had to. Oh, yeah, it was Alyssa. She hasn't messed up back. She has to like swim like every 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, that'd probably help a lot.
Or whenever she did mess up her
Because
back.
gravity wouldn't be fucking raping me like it is now.
Delta P. I kind of want to hear more about that. Like,
What is that?
You know what it said? Like sometimes. Oh man.
Oh, shit.
This is a partial list of the commercial diving fatalities over the past 15 years. All have one common cause: Delta P. 2 out of 3 commercial diving fatalities involve Delta P.
Not the 22.
It is invisible to a diver, and it strikes suddenly, without warning. There is almost no way to escape once it grabs you. Knowing what it is, where it lurks, and how to avoid its grasp is the subject of this video. Delta P stands for differential pressure. Our discussion refers to situations where the pressures between two bodies of water are dramatically different. In a situation like this, the bodies of water continuously seek to equalize themselves. In this example, the body of water on the right wants to rush to the body of water on the left by means of the pipe between them. The pressure exerted on the valve stopping this water transfer can be enormous, depending on the difference in the depths of the water and the diameter of the pipe. If the difference between the depth of water is 50 feet and the diameter of the pipe is 10 inches, the force of water exerted on the valve is nearly 1,700 pounds. If the valve was suddenly opened and your arm was near, it would be sucked into the hole instantly. Trying to remove your arm would be like trying to lift a car completely off the ground with one hand.
I'd be like,
You could only remove your
that shit
arm
off?
if the pressures between the two bodies became nearly equalized. But at the pressure in this example, your body makes a perfect seal, stopping the bodies of water from equalizing. The formula for calculating the force of water through a hole at a particular depth is the area of the hole multiplied by the difference in water depth, multiplied by the psi per foot of water depth. Or, in the situation just described, the 10-inch hole equals 78 square inches times 50 feet of water depth times 0.432 psi per foot of freshwater depth equals 1,685 pounds of water pressure. If you are diving in salt water, be sure to use 0.445 psi in your formula instead.
They don't put it this way, and like they don't teach it to us this way. I could probably figure out how to do this stuff easy if I knew it. I don't know. I was introduced to it like this. You know what I'm saying? YouTube is just a good way of knowledge.
right. Cleaning
Diver
the dam
1
drain.
enters the water behind the dam structure in order to clean the strainer of the dam's drain. When the drain is cleared, the tremendous force of rushing water through the drain grabs hold of Diver 1,
hell.
sucks him partially inside.
Who told
and
him to
traps
do that?
They got my boy.
Diver 2 enters the water to help Diver 1 and becomes trapped also. Diver 3
We gotta
enters
pile
the
up.
water to rescue Divers 1 and 2, and after 40 minutes, returns to the surface with both divers. They are dead. Diver 3 was hospitalized for injuries suffered in the rescue attempts. A scuba diver was repairing a pool bottom at a depth of 10 feet. He came close to the open pool drain and was drawn
This was
against
on
it. His body made a perfect seal against the drain.
like
He was
Final
diving
Destination,
alone and had no tender at the surface. No one knew he was trapped. He ran out of air
It was on
and
his
dropped.
butt, and it like sucked his guts out through his butt.
Ooh, what?
I think it was Final Destination.
Two scuba divers entered a water tower to unclog a drain. Using a fire hose to blast away the silt and mud that was clogging the drain suddenly opened.
Yeah, it was.
A great suction immediately occurred. Diver 1 was pulled into the drain.
Oh,
Visibility was 0.
that's what happened. to
Diver
him.
2 did not know that this had occurred. Diver 2 surfaced, thinking Diver 1 had already come up. Diver 2 made repeated but unsuccessful attempts to find him. Diver 1 ran out of air and died. Neither diver was tethered to the surface, had communication with the surface, or with each other.
What? Why would they do that?
Yeah. They knew what they were about to do. They knew what like their job
A
was.
surface supply diver was working offshore in 86 feet of water on a well re-entry project. He was using a drill string to hook a trash cap inside a 13-inch well casing. The first attempt failed to catch the cap. The diver was asked to stand by the hole to make sure the string caught the cap. He reported when he saw the cap was hooked and began to leave.
Like the people who like
The drill string
who
was
hire these
pulled
workers,
to
they
the
don't
surface
care.
rapidly. Because the cap was nearly the size of the casing, a great suction developed. As the cap came free, the rushing water grabbed the diver and forced one leg into the hole up to the pelvis.
I feel like it
The
would,
diver was killed.
literally like rip you apart for real.
They should like make them keep something that they can throw instead of their body over it, like a cap.
Diver 1 enters the water
Yeah,
at a
something to clog it.
hydroelectric generation plant.
Or like they should have
His
like,
assignment is to seal
secondary,
off
like,
leaks
skin
in a
around
large gate
that they
valve.
can, like,
The
strip and
three-person
basically,
dive
like,
team is
that
assured by the
whole-
plant's operating
Or
personnel
a fake
I don't
body.
the
know, bro.
gate
They
valve
said
is
it's like,
closed.
depending on the pressure,
Diver
it's like
1
the
surfaces
car
and
with
reports
my
that he
hand.
thinks
So
the
it could
valves
probably
are
suck
open.
you and your
The
Yeah.
winch
whatever
is
else you're
started
trying to clog
and
it with.
closes the valve.
God, that's
A
terrifying.
30-inch sluice gate is manually cranked shut. The dive team questions the
You know,
plant
you're being
personnel.
sucked like that and you're underwater,
The
you're
valve
fucking-
indicator shows the
like, you
valve
can't move
not
around,
fully
like,
closed.
Dang.
Plant personnel reply that the indicator is never correct, and typically the valve is cranked until tight. Diver 1 re-enters the
They just
water.
They be having lax rules with this junk too. That's why all these people die. And you
They're like,
hear-
oh, well, I'm not going down there. I don't
No,
care.
Did you hear the one he just said? He said the crank's never correct. You just gotta eyeball it. Basically.
Convinced that everything is okay, that indicator, the dive team questions the plant personnel. The valve indicator shows the valve not fully closed. Plant personnel reply that the indicator is never correct, and typically the valve is cranked until tight.
You're good.
Diver
It's
1
never
re-enters the
correct.
water, convinced that everything is okay. In a few moments, he begins to scream. The dive supervisor tries to contact Diver 1 on the intercom. The tender and supervisor pull the lifeline and umbilical. Both have broken from their attach points. The gates are cycled open while waiting for the rescue divers. 2 attempts by the company diver failed to locate Diver 1. 12 hours later, Diver 1's body is recovered.
Minimize.
When you accept a new job,
They're like, make sure the fuckers you're working for aren't gonna sell you out. Oh man, what do you see that part? I thought they were gonna give us tips on how to not like how to avoid the pressure. They're just like, yeah,
Yo.
make sure you read your benefits.
I bet that Food Inc. documentary would be crazy.
What'd you say?
We need to watch that Food Inc. documentary at some point.
Food Inc. Oh,
It's an hour, but
what is it?
it's like about the shit we eat.
Oh yeah. See, like I watch stuff like that, and it'll be like, I don't care. I'm still gonna eat it.
Oh yeah, I'm still gonna eat it.
Yeah, like I'm probably gonna forget that this happened. Like just because I want to eat it and not think about it. Search for D.B. Cooper. Let's see. Usually I have more stuff, interesting stuff that I'll... Oh yeah, bro. Remember that airplane just like disappeared like a couple years ago?
They still haven't found that.
Yeah, no, I haven't found any of it. There's like so much stuff that just happened. Like you know, there was like a guy who like had a jetpack like a couple like last year. He had a jetpack. He was just flying around the airports. Nobody knew who he was, and like they never found him.
Wait, he just disappeared?
Yeah, no, he was just like he was flying around in like restricted airspace at
Oh,
the airport.
I didn't hear about that.
Wait, hold on. Like, first of all, where do you get the jetpack? Flying a jetpack. First off, where do you get the jetpack from? A known person appears to be flying a jetpack at 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet? Holy shit.
Jetpack, man. Wait, I think this is it.
Tower, American 1997. We just passed a guy in a jetpack.
American 1997, okay, thank you. Were they off to your left side or right side?
Off the left side, maybe 300 yards or so, about our altitude.
And Sky West 62, and we just saw the guy pass by us at the jetpack. JetBlue 23, use caution. Person in a jetpack reported 300 yards south of the LA final at about 3,000 feet, 10-mile final. Only in LA.
On August 30th, 2020, two pilots of an American Airlines flight reported a very unusual sighting above the Los Angeles International Airport. According to the transcript of their call to the control tower, they saw something that looked like a man flying on a jetpack next to the plane at an altitude of about 3,000 feet, or over 900 meters. The incident happened while they were landing, in bright daylight and full visibility, and they apparently managed to take it quite a good look, since the person was flying just around 300 yards, or 280 meters, from their cockpit. The tower alerted the LAPD, who made a flyover in the area, but they did not find anything, and the investigation was then handled.
Yeah, literally.
The incident raised a significant amount of attention for one main reason.
He'd fuck
All
you
the
up.
experts that
He'd
were
be like,
consulted
going
agreed
between
that
buildings and
flying
shit.
that high and for so long is beyond what the current jetpack technology can do.
A developer of these jetpacks says the current technology simply does not exist for someone to reach those kind of heights where an airplane would see them.
And the mystery jetman did not go away. On October 14th, a China Airlines pilot reported another sighting.
MC006 Heavy, can you say that one more time, please?
We just saw the flying object, like a flight suit just passing by at 6,000.
6,000
Holy shit.
Flying object, was it a UAV or was it a jetpack?
Like jetpack, too shiny, too fast.
If flying
Aliens.
at 3,000 feet would be really pushing it, flying on a jetpack at 6,000 feet, almost 2 kilometers above the ground, far exceeds what the current technology allows anyone to do. But even though this just should
Joe
not be
Rogan was
possible,
locked up,
2
too.
months later, on December 21st, a first sighting of the jetman was caught on
you
camera
watch that Bob
by an
Lazar's
instructor of a pilot academy
You should
above
watch
the ocean south of Los Angeles.
It's crazy.
The
He
pilot
worked at
who
Area
took the
51.
video claimed that he never
Claims
saw anything
aliens
like
are real. and he
After that,
describes
the
them.
mystery man disappeared for almost 7 months. Until finally, he re-emerged on July 30th, 2021, when a pilot of a plane landing at the Los Angeles airport reported another sighting.
Skyler 3626, use caution. The jet man is back. Let me know if you see him.
The jetman was back. But who or what it really is? How could someone repeatedly fly near one of the biggest airports in the world using a technology that should not exist while avoiding getting caught by the FBI and the LAPD? let's take a look at what we know, and some theories as to what could be behind this mystery. Here are the facts. There were 4 confirmed sightings of the jetpack man. One of them was caught on video. In none of those instances was the jetman ever caught on radar, and when the authorities searched the area, they never found anything. According to the industry experts, current technology does not allow jetpacks to fly to the heights that were reported, simply because the jetpacks are not able to stay up in the air for so long. So far, there was only one recorded instance when a jetpack was able to fly so high up. In February 2020, a pilot, Vince Refit, was able to fly to an altitude of 1,800 meters at a show in Dubai during a 3-minute flight. Although this was definitely impressive, his jetpack was really a jet-powered wingsuit, rather than the classic jetpack that
Superman
was
real
reported and
life.
caught on video in LA. And although he managed to get up to 1,800 meters, he had to use a parachute to get down. So even he would not be able to do what was reported at the LA International Airport.
Dude might be using
since
one
using
too.
a parachute to get down would probably get him caught.
No.
We have seen people in the past put crazy amount of effort into very elaborate pranks, and there is a chance that this is one of those occasions, and that the series of sightings is just that. There is a theory that the jetman is really a drone, masked to look like a person with a jetpack. This would be technically possible, and there are drones that are capable of flying so high and for so long, and there are drones that are masked to look like people, such as the one you are seeing on the video. With a good enough mannequin, it would be impossible for a pilot or anyone on the ground to recognize whether the flying object is really a living person or a drone masked to look like one. Why would someone risk going to prison or even accidentally damaging a plane by flying a drone like that at an airport is another question. But people have done far more stupid things for their idea of a good joke. The other option is that someone really did make a technological breakthrough and managed to secretly build a jetpack that far exceeds anything else that was built before. This is a less likely but not entirely impossible option, since jetpacks are still a fairly new and rapidly advancing technology. However, if someone did secretly develop a groundbreaking technology, they would have very little reason to test it out at an airport, where they could easily clash with a plane, risking a major disaster and potentially threatening their own life. Flying at an airport makes a lot more sense if the whole thing is a prank. In that case, you do want to be seen and you want to get the attention, which is exactly the opposite of what you want to do when testing a new technology. Personally, after seeing this video, I really think that what is being reported in LA is really a drone, rather than a real-life Iron Man. But I would love to be proven wrong. And maybe I will. I do have a feeling that this is not the last time we have seen the Los Angeles Mystery Jetman.
Disinfluence.
The Los Angeles Mystery Jetman. Well, what an incredible guy. I hope someday I can fly a jetpack over LAX airport.
Or to the grocery store.
Yeah, oh god, bro. It'd be so cool. Like, I remember, you ever used to watch Jimmy Neutron?
Yeah.
Remember he went to college, but it was like Harvard or something, and like everybody there had a jetpack.
Yeah.
Bro, I just feel like what
was his dog's name? I can't remember.
Goddard.
Goddard,
yeah, because Goddard, I don't know, like Goddard did something like.
Slap, 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 clap, clap, clap.
I forgot that dude's name.
Carl.
But yeah, I guess that would be the end of the video for today. That was some interesting things that we learned. I didn't know, like, I guess 2 out of 3 commercial divers get killed from differential pressure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I thought they were going to teach us how to avoid it. They just told us that, like, they basically told us...
Learn how to do math.
Don't be an underwater welder. But, I mean, that's honestly what, like, my degree kind of leads to, like welding and stuff. Like, I could be an underwater welder if I chose to. I don't know. It seems like an interesting job, though. I just have to watch out for pipes and holes. I'd probably just get scrunched up.
You could just do boats.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, boats.
Boats would be fun.
I used to whenever we used to have like career days and stuff, like I used to always talk to electrical engineers, but they were like contractors. Like they just get.
They have their own business.
Yeah, they do regular like random jobs. This one dude said he got paid like $100K a year, like to go up to the top of like towers and go change like the light bulbs. I wish like I mean like I'd be scared like going up there, but
you probably get used to it.
Yeah, if I'm strapped in
for $100,000.
I just like this probably gonna be like what, like 40 minutes going up here and coming back down. $100,000. I ain't gotta do nothing for the rest of the year.
Literally.
I'm not gonna do that 40 minutes, like whatever.
Right.
But yeah. But make sure you guys like, subscribe. Like 51 per. Hold on, let me pull these statistics right quick.
Hit them with the facts.
51% of y'all. Hold on. Let me zoom in.
I think it's actually 58.
58% of y'all are not subscribed. I do appreciate those of you, those 41.9% who are subscribed, and thank you for watching our videos. We know that y'all are coming back and watching, and we know that y'all are too shy to comment, so we'll let you slide for the time being, but you should comment in the comment section. But yeah, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yes, sir.
Are you gonna play us out on the harmonica? It's over there near the keyboard.
I need to learn Tiny.
What'd you say?
I need to learn Elton John.
Bro, you replay the game
Piano
every
Man.
single time.